They go the live since. All right, guys. Good morning and welcome to this is let's say Tuesday edition of the Sports Buffet. Like I said before, and I'm still gonna say again, December is my leave month. I'm supposed to be on break, but I mean we got to keep the show going on. The lighting here is not really that fantastic, but what do we do? I leave you guys to run the show for me. I'm in Abuja, as you all know. I told you guys before that I'm coming to Abuja, so I'm in Abuja now, and got a whole lot. Like I've been moving around. I went out this morning for my early morning jogging exercise. Came back very like all my body is paining me. I'm meetings and meetings and meetings and visiting people. So sometimes you guys will hear voices on the background. It's an apartment. Oh no 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 no. That's a call. I would let me send them a message. I'll call them after my show. But meanwhile, how you guys doing? How's everything? How's your end? What's going on? Uh, 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 yeah. So guys, how was your weekend? Arsenal drew Chelsea. Wow. Tottenham were being Tottenham. It's not new that Chelsea came back from 2 goals down to win 4 goals to three. It's not a big deal. That's Spurs for you. Spurs are going to be Spurs. Man United, Man City. Ha! Ruben Amorim is learning the act of squatting. Hmm, my lime water, I don't finish. He's learning the act of squatting. Fine boy, not be for Man United. Oh. Man United. Devil na devil. Nothing with devil they give you way they good. So the gift of the devil not be good gift. Well, good news for Enyimba. They have signed Brani Deye. I think Rivers United will regret not signing him. And the drama, the irony of this is that Enyimba might not come back from behind and win the league. And then kind of like the poetic justice in that would be when Rivers United play against Enyimba, Brani Deye goes ahead to score the goals that win Rivers United and knock them out of the top of the league, and then send Enyimba to the top. That would be, the best poetic justice anybody would ever get. But hey, it is what it is. I'm going to bank on you guys to do a lot of the talking. I just want to read, and uh, I hope that. You guys enjoy we all enjoy the show, if not that you guys are the ones taking the lead. But whatever it is, I was a weekend. What's the major sporting headline that is hitting you this December? According to the headline of this live stream, I said Arsenal is a one-legged stool. They cannot win anything. The way Arsenal are playing, I've taken my time to study Arsenal. Even though they love the corner, I don't have a problem with the corner. Those people that are complaining are just being foolish and childish. I don't have a problem with that, but I think I have a problem with the way Arsenal is set up. I have a problem with the way Arteta thinks he wants to magically win. Uh, he wants to magically win the league with a one-dimension football. The team is not dynamic. The team only plays to the right and doesn't play to the left. The left is just kind of like an auxiliary, doesn't get to work that much. I don't think that would help us now. This is my opinion today. I'm not going to read you any headlines. There's not much in there but packaging news for us today. But I'm just going to, it's good. Like, the best way this show will run is if you guys ask key questions, then we can all enjoy the show together. But I mean, I trust the community. You guys will make it work as best as we can. But beyond that, I'm just stating my observation. Arsenal cannot win the league. If Arteta continues like this, he will eventually get fired. And the reason for that is that they will keep investing. They've reached 800 million now, if I'm not mistaken. The team is good defensively. They still need a striker. They need a proven striker. I never thought I would say this, but they need a striker like Osime. Not Osime, but they need a striker like Osime. I will still go for Victor Gyökeres. Is one that would give you another 5 years. I don't think that Osimhen have 5 years to give anybody in football. I don't care what anybody says. It's not beef. It's not hate because Nigerians are very quick to see hate. But I don't think, and I also don't think that Bukayo Saka can continue playing like this consistently for another 5 seasons. And because he's underutilizing the left side of the team, both from the left midfield to the left wide area, that would make us not suffer. If you look at all the other teams that have won the league, there is a balance in the splits of the team in terms of, the three dimension of the team: the right side, the left side, and the middle at the center, which is the attack. But for Arsenal, I think all they have is just the Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard's combination. It's good when it's working, but it cannot work all the time. It cannot work all the time. So they need to have something shifting. I don't think that Mikel Merino will come good. I don't think he will come good. He's a company man. He's not he's not a guy that can, on his own create something out of nothing. He's just a squad player. That's the word. He's a company man. He's a squad player. Arsenal needs something different for them. For Man City, when I saw this last game that I saw, you know, plus or minus, the team is still going through things. It's still going to suffer, but they're still going to see a lot more defeats. There's a whole lot that will still happen to that Pep team. They are not one. There's the lack of confidence. You know this thing that I always say that confidence can make guys. These people out here are disturbing me. Let me tell you. Guys, I'm doing the live show. You guys are disturbing me. Sorry guys. What was I saying? Where did I stop? Okay, Man City. When I used to say that confidence is the binder that binds talent, hard work, and everything together. So let me put it this way: you can be a very brilliant person, and then they ask you to come and do a speech in school or at work, but you do not have confidence. You do not have confidence. You struggle with confidence. And you know that everything that you want to say, you know them. You even have it written down. You have this small cue cards. That's what we call it in media. You have these small cue cards that maybe either this size big or this size or small like this, small like this, and you're holding them in your hand like, oh, okay, I know everything to say. You know them. But when you climb up on that stage or the podium, it happens to people in church, it happens to people, in schools and events, they start stuttering because there's something called stage fright. The lack of confidence is what caused that. That is for speech. In football, the lack of confidence makes you no longer do, you know, once you start making mistake with the basics, you can no longer do the extraordinary, the extravagant things. And those moments is what really make a pep team super. Okay. They are extra good in the basic that they can close their eyes and perform with the basic, like give a pass, intercept a position, going for a clean tackle, going for a challenge, then whip a cross without looking, and there will still be somebody running into it. But right now, because of the lack of confidence, there is delay. And football is a game. A minute too early, you're wrong. A minute too late, you're wrong. A fraction of a second, not even a minute. A fraction of a second too early, you're wrong. A fraction of a second too late, a fraction of a second late, you're too late. And everything have to be inch perfect. And Man City don't have that right now. It's gonna take a lot of time. It's gonna take a series of wins to bring back their confidence, to bring back their trust in themselves once again. Look at Phil Foden. Last season, it was a player of the season. This season is a shit. It's a Tottenham. You understand? So it's going to take much. Liverpool are still going, but I think that when you look at Liverpool, I mean, they didn't play this weekend. Their game was postponed. But when you look at Liverpool, there is, I mean, sorry to say, but there is that thing in them that make you feel like, you know what, this team can be beaten. When you go back again and watch the Newcastle game, you kind of like, this team can be beaten if any team stand up to them. But one of the things I don't like about the Premier League is that once a team find form, once a team is winning in series, every other team shits on their pants when they want to play them. If you look, that's the history of the Premier League. It's always happened like that. So it's hard to pick up and say, oh, okay, this is going to happen or that is going to happen. Well, but there's a lot of Champions League games tonight, so let's talk about that one. Dynamo Zagreb will play against Celtic. Girona will play against Liverpool. Atalanta will play against Real Madrid. Real Madrid. I'll be sorry for now. I worry for you guys on this one. Bayer Leverkusen will play against Inter. Brest will play against PSG. We don't know if Brest will be exposed or will be covered, whether it will be smooshed or it will be socked, or whether it will be stomped upon or whatever. Club Brugge will play against Sporting, and RB Leipzig will play against PSG. Shakhtar Donetsk will play against Bayern Munich. That's the Champions League games for tonight. So everybody is packed and ready. I need to hear you guys what you think about these fixtures. Who's there? Who's in danger? I think Real Madrid are in danger. That's what I think, because if you go and look at the table, if you look at the table, you look at Real Madrid, you could say to yourself, they cannot afford to lose any more game. They cannot afford to lose any more game. And Atalanta look like a very stubborn team right now. Even draw does not favor Real Madrid. I'm sorry, but draw does not favor Real Madrid. So they would need to, pull out the stops, do everything they need to do, drive themselves very hard, and make sure they get the result that they need in every game. And because it's Real Madrid, it's hard, to be very honest, it's hard to just wake up and write them out. But even at that, even the cats with 9 lives sometimes still ends up dying. So you will still use up your life. If you play Mario, you understand what I mean. You get unlimited life, but you still end up, dying in the game if you're not careful with the way you use it. And I think that as much as we want to say, oh, Real Madrid are the king of the Champions League. When it comes to the Champions League, nobody touches them. I agree. I'm not here to dispute that. I'm not here to argue against that. But I just think that there is so much, okay, there is so much one can ride their luck and that luck will run out. Okay. So I think for this season, it has not gone well for Real Madrid. A couple of things maybe conspiring to make that happen, injuries, players not being informed, the team not, coming together properly. Um, a few things just not adding up and not knocking up together. But in the long run, you sit back and you look at Madrid and you say to yourself, you guys brought this upon yourself because you could have set up properly. You could have probably introduced what's it called, Kylian Mbappe in a better way and not make immediately come into the team and then become the de facto king of the team. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to do, but once a thing is not working, you go back to the previous system that is working. And obviously, the previous system have a Tony Cruz that you don't have now, but you could have found a way. Again, another set of argument could be against the argument that I'm giving, that whether you go to the previous system or not, you cannot take away the injury factor, which is something that only a fool will argue against. I'm not going to sit here and argue against that. But when you look at the group right now, the group that they have three games remaining from today, and if you calculate properly, okay, so let's look at the table from 1 to 8 first. You already have Liverpool 15 points on top of the group. Nothing can touch them. They can't be knocked out of this top eight again. Then you have FC Barcelona who are in second, Borussia Dortmund in third, Atalanta in fourth. I don't think Atalanta wants to, knock themselves out. Atlanta in fifth, sorry. Inter Milan, the team in third also. What am I saying? Inter Milan in second. But Liverpool is first, Inter second, Barcelona third, Borussia Dortmund fourth, Atalanta fifth, and then you have Bayer Leverkusen. Two German teams are up there, but then Bayern Munich are not there. Then you now have Arsenal and Monaco, and those are the top teams. So when you come down again, it's not like Real Madrid are in ninth position or 10th position, very close. Real Madrid are in the bottom half of the teams that will make it to the knockout round. They are in number 24, last of the group, 3 defeats, 2 wins. Okay, so if they win their remaining 3 games, they obviously would rise up and be among there. They will qualify. Worst case scenario, they qualify in the second. They go to the knockout round where they will go play playoff, but they can qualify if they win all three. Oh, excuse me, guys. If they win all three of their games, but the problem now is they play Atalanta, and after Atalanta, let's say they lose to Atalanta. If they lose to Atalanta, and let's just for the sake of hypothesis, because again, the teams at the bottom also not doing well. But guys, I'm getting a little bit of cold here, dust from my jog this morning. Paris Saint-Germain goes on to win. They will go to 7 points. That is if they win, or they are shit right now. Or Shakhtar Donetsk wins, or Stuttgart wins, or Sparta Prague wins. Any of those teams, and Real Madrid doesn't win, it becomes a problem. Their 6 points will not keep them up. So that's where the problem lies. And once that happens, every other team, start getting into uh what do I call getting into that position of power. Like, let's retain our position. Let's not lose our stills. Let's not, just go and fumble. Let's do everything we can to keep this position and be as solid as we can. So that could just be a problem because it's crunch time now. It is a time where you no longer have the luxury of saying, "Oh, I have 10 more games to play. I have 5 more games to play." It's just after today, you have 2 more games. So losing to Atalanta is crazy. Now the teams in the top 8 also want to play, and so that they don't go to playoff, they just want to qualify directly. 2 games less, because if you stay in the top 8, you have 2 games less. You're going to be waiting for the other guys to turn up for you. So there is I just it's the way I want to put this thing. It's sweet one way or the other if the other teams that are chasing the competition do not have a team like Real Madrid to worry about behind them, right? See, if you're in the Champions League, and if you understand the Champions League very well, you know that Real Madrid is not a good team to be racing behind you, to be with you in the competition. There is just that feeling that, oh, they will come and knock me out. They will come and get an advantage over us eventually, and that's something you don't want. Okay, but hey, it is football. Anything is possible. Anything can happen, and we will see how it goes eventually. But I just hope that Real Madrid can also figure themselves out and find a way around it. But if they don't, well, it is what it is. The new teams that would have the chance would use that chance to do whatever they want to do. So that's my own take. The computer is freezing, and it's just making it hard for me to know whether you guys are getting the stream the way I expect it to go. But please tell me if you're getting it well. Well, this morning show is going to be for maybe like 20. If you're getting it, the audio is clear. No, okay. But let's go to the comment section and see what you guys have got for me, over there, and then we'll take it up from there. And I'm trying to shut down every other window or every other pop-up that we have, so that we can have only this the stream page, and any other you know adjoining app that is opened. Let's see whether it would make it move a bit faster, because here it is freezing and hanging, and I don't like it at all. But let's see anyway. Again, close everything off and then leave it. Okay. We're still having the same problem. I'm still having the same problem. I'm had to shut down the live. I don't like it when the live stream is hanging like this. I don't feel good. I can't even navigate the page. I can't even scroll up or down. Today, miss. No, we didn't do show yesterday. Say missed the show yesterday. Good to be back. There was no show yesterday. I traveled in, came in. It took time for me to get into. You know how apartments are. You pay, but you can only enter from past 12. So I was just at the reception chilling. There was no way I could set up and do a show, so that's why I didn't do a show yesterday. Engineer Ibrahim Abela say welcome on board. Thank you very much. And then Tosile Made say it's that time of the year when my system start shutting down for the year. My own already shut down. I'm already off. Everything about me is off. So I'm not even Like this is my leave. This whole month is my leave. Anything I'm doing is skeletal, you know. Henry Morris says, "Good morning, bros. Good morning to you. Run us through the type of Hamatan um, in Abuja. For Lagos, we don't know waiting this up. I think that, the first thing that makes me know that there is Hamatan is my lips. I start feeling funky within my lips, like small pepperish tinge, small. It doesn't crack. I know they get Ibeke, but okay, some of you don't know what Ibeke is. Ibeke is that thing that we not call hepatitis B or whatever, but when we're growing up, we call it the this what they call it. Me, it's okay. Let me not say this word now so that they don't say I'm misleading people. But when I was growing up, it was Ibeke, and it only happens during Harmattan. Nowadays, they say now hepatitis B or they want it. Man, us big farmer go always create things to take collect money from the poor. So let's leave that conversation anyway. But the Harmattan here, I think is stronger. It's real Okwakwa that we're having here. The breeze is cold and hot at the same time. It's windy, it's dusty. I mean, Abuja is naturally dusty before, so it's not something new. And all the extra that goes with it. Yeah. Noah Yoruba says, Baba, if you like, Day for Toilet host the show. We go still watch. Oh, that's so lovely. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That just give me a very good feeling right now. Thank you so much. Tosilima, this is at area Abuja weather and a serious one. Oh, when the heat start, even ties and walls go the ooze heat. When the cold start, now killing. I'm feeling just that feeling. That whole thing that you describe now is what I'm feeling here. And then that static energy that you feel when you touch cars or metal is beginning to happen, but it's more common in like in the north, up north. I experienced that in Kano. I experienced that in Taraba. I experienced that in Gombe. My brain is trying to run a race of giving me the event. Where you touch like metal surface like this, you touch things like this, and you feel you feel the spark. You know, it's common up north. But I felt it this morning when I went out and I touched the guardrail outside and felt it. As if you're here, you get used to it. If you're in the north, you get used to it. But when you're not in the north, and you know how muscle memory now, your body normally is not attuned to dealing with that, and then you shock, and then people around looking at you and be laughing, but then you get accustomed to, okay, this is normal, this is not normal, this is not normal electricity, but it just happened. I don't know if anybody's experienced it while living in the north, but I have. The north is an interesting place. I don't know if any other person have experienced it, or probably it's only my body that experiences that. Henry Morris says, I beg, no news from AFC. They are not just serious. Lord Mayor, say, boss, what do you think of Manu sacking Dan Ashworth? Uh, I think it's a case of what I ordered versus what I got. And it's not much of a sacking than it is a case of two incompatible people who love each other from afar, who got attracted, not love, who got attracted to each other from afar. Man United is a bigger club than Newcastle. Newcastle look like they are stuck in traffic. They look like they don't want to do what the money they have can achieve. Man United, on the other hand, came in with the Ineos, and it looked like there is going to be a rebuild. Listen, with Man United, as terrible as things are, and I felt like Amorim would bring them up, but it doesn't look like it. I spoke too soon. The thing is, it is hard to refuse Man United offer. It is hard to turn them down. The reason being that Man United, you want to be the person whose name, who can brag and say, when Man United went through these 10, 11 terrible years, it was when I came in that things changed. You see, Edu CV is so good because he can tell you that, Arsenal for once upon a time could not beat the big six in like 40 games. Arsenal could not do this, could not do that. They were out of the top four. They were out of the Champions League. And then when I came in, I turned things around. I brought in Ateta, signing players, let some bad players go, and then look at what the team is now. So that proposition will always make you want to work with Arsenal. Another person is somewhere planning to take over Edo's job and say, I was the guy. It was when I came in that they won their first league title in 25 or 30 years, because as they go through, if you reach 30 years, right? And so that's a proposition with Man United. So Dan Ashworth saw Newcastle job as a static place, not really working, and he went to Man United. Unfortunately, Man United is currently run like a Nigerian business where they use divide and conquer, they use gossip, they need you to gossip another person, to get ahead, they need you to do some things that are not right to make things work. And for that, I think Dan Ashworth felt a bit slighted. So it's a simple case of, I want Southgate. And if the position you gave me is to be defined by its work, I am the one that will decide who is the coach that we hire. But if I cannot have a say so in it, even if you don't hire my guy, let me have a say. Let me be heard. Don't shut me from the get-go, because it does also mean that the day I want to bring in a player and Omar Barreda wants to bring in another player, you will listen to Omar Barreda, you not listen to me. So what the heck am I really doing here? Remember, these are not hungry people who are looking for platform. Ashworth has made money working in other places and then Newcastle. So he can really call the bluff. So this take me back to one question that people used to ask, that, oh, if things were that bad in Brilla, why you guys stay for that long? Yeah, because we're not big enough. That's the truth. We're not big enough. And if we had stepped at that time and we complained, all of you would say we were ungrateful. We were ungrateful. Yeah, useless people, you're ungrateful people. Because again, you have to look at that. But when we grew to the point where we can use our personal brand to feed ourselves, to survive, we step out. And that's exactly where Dan Ashford is. I mean, anybody else will look at him and say, but this is not a big deal now. Okay, Ruben Amorim is not a bad coach. You sure some would even argue that he does look better on paper than Gary Southgate. Because at club level, Gary Southgate have not done anything meaningful that anybody can bank on. But this guy have won with a team in Portugal that is supposed to be third best team, okay, behind FC Porto and Benfica. But somehow he's come in and he's dominated. So that's something that you can put on the plate. Southgate relegated Middlesbrough. England national team is a different kettle of fish entirely from Manchester United. But the thing is, he's not going to take it. He's not going to be kicked aside. And then there's a little bit of, the way they brought in the conversation. And I like English people. English people are very interesting people. The way they ease out the story, they made it look like it was a battle between Southgate and Amorim that got him sacked. And so on a local level, on the English front, he's got the sympathy of the people. Like, this man is really trying to get an English coach to coach Man United, something that they've not experienced in God knows how long, in the Premier League, in forever. And then they brought in this Ruben Amorim, and now results are not going well. If results are going well, nobody will complain. Results are not going well. Things are not riding the way they are supposed to ride. So everybody is like, okay, look at the Amorim that they even brought. Man, I mean, an English coach would have done this, would have done that. But hey, Man United is a cesspool. It's a disaster right now. Only God can help them. Well, we will see how it goes eventually, but right now it's not looking good. It's not looking beautiful at all. Okay. P-Man said, Henry, AFC, no take serious. I don't understand. No take serious. Okay. I don't understand what that means anyway. Engineer Ibrahim Abela said, I think United issue is not really coach. I think the system itself is kind of confused on how to take the system around Dan Ashworth letting go is to take the team around. Dan Ashworth letting go is a summing things up. It's summing things up. Okay. There is a whole lot, but there is still coaching problem. Currently, I don't think it's a coaching problem. I think the playing staff are just not doing the basic things that they are supposed to do, that they are supposed to be good at. That is coaching. It will take a whole lot of time to coach. That's why I like coaches coming in to do preseason. It's always very important. But then look at Chelsea and the crazy situation that they were in, and look at what Enzo Maresca have done. He had his preseason. He knew the players he wanted to use. He know who's not going to be there. He put his foot down on players like Raheem Sterling and the rest. When the press was hounding him, he came out and he stated his position. Whether you like it or not, this is what I'm going to do. And now the result is proving him it. Okay, Chelsea didn't start the season. If at the beginning of the season somebody tell you that Chelsea will be in second position as at today, as at March day 15 or so, people will look at you like this team, but look at what the guy has done. And for Man U, I think the first problem was letting Eric Ten Hag do the preseason and get into the season before they replace him. Because what those review that they say they were reviewing, we all know that Eric Ten Hag was going to be fired. I said it that if this guy lasts in December, he will not be on the job on my birthday. That one I know for sure. But hey, it is what it is. Tosilema, they said the audio is clear, just freezing little by little. Sorry, nah, small computer now they do small, very small laptop, so even if they carry the weight of other windows, I have to close down all the windows. Engineer Brian says, I think is sitting down regretting already for wanting to trust in some players that would have been let go already. It's good, but bad timing. Sterling is a black market sold to Arteta based on past time. No, Sterling was a bad player from day one. I said that this guy is of no use. I don't know why Arsenal choose to sign him, but hey, they will regret it anyway. Engineer Ibrahim Abiola, even the Arteta that brought them winning the league or Champions League with that one-sided play. Engineer Ibrahim says, Abiola Ibrahim says, with the way Liverpool going to be slapped on Arteta if Slot goes on all the way in its first season, which might raise some tension in the Arsenal camp. Tension, not really. I think it would point a finger back to Klopp more than Arteta. Okay, Arteta has never had a team that really should be competing for the league title. That's just the basic truth. It was Klopp that slipped up. So for this man to come in, sign one player that has not played, and then the same players that Klopp struggled with in his last two seasons to make third, and then go straight to the title, we agree that Man City are struggling, but then Arsenal is a competition. Chelsea has not stepped up, and then they still go. I don't think that it will be easy. They will struggle. I think that Liverpool will struggle somewhere, but so far they are doing well. Engineer Ibrahim Abiola say, now like this, Leicester start that year picking up the points early enough to push them to the league, to push them to the league. I guess that's what you want to say. I did a laugh for my hey, Ufos, Afana. I don't know live now. They are Abuja, but I'll soon come back. This Abuja weather, they make me want feel sick. He said, "Oh, I missed you yesterday. Oh, I wasn't. The show didn't hold yesterday. I just opened YouTube and was praying you come online 9 a.m. yesterday. Was a vacuum. I'm sorry about that. Glad to see you live today. Like you said on Friday, Elevated TV is the best. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I like that. 69 Football say, I missed you yesterday. Shitty Sports couldn't hold on to Cocorella's Christmas gift. Ice Cold Palmer with the Pananka. He did just join Imba. Glad to have him in the MPFL. I'm so excited. We were talking about it all through last night. Me and him, we're just laughing about what will happen. I was like, what will happen if you play against Rivers United? He said, oh boy, but that would be the game. He's looking forward to that game. So let's keep our fingers crossed and see how that game will go. That game will go. I'm looking forward to the game again. And then to make the matters worse, if they not go and meet again in FA Cup, like in quarterfinals or semi-finals of the FA Cup, I'm just looking for it anyway. I like drama. Football that doesn't have drama is not street football. Okay, so I like drama. Where do I stop? Okay, Engineer Ibrahim Abiola says, not like, okay, I think I've read that one. Additional must say, the depth of Man U problem is deep in real. The problem is the club not willing to give up the Okrika asset they have to buy brand new clothes. Okay, bro. So according to Henry Morrow, away from the topic, will you call dipping bread inside your tea a gutter behavior? You made the rule that bread shouldn't be deep in the tea. You see this question you just asked me. First off, I'm not a tea person, right? But I grew up with a mother. My mother's teacup is as big as this electric kettle. My mother's teacup is that big old metal cup where if you fall by mistake for your hand, small particles going to come out small. I don't know if you guys used it in your house, but it's that big cup. There is a glass, a drinking glass, not this one. Oh, it's not this one has small nonsense. There's a drinking glass that when we were growing up, we used to call it tumbler. That tumbler where they take drink palm wine, and that's what my stepdad used to drink water. There is a metal cup before that stainless cup that have 5555 came. My mom drink tea a lot, Bonvita, over tea, those things. And then when she born, other women will drink pepper soup and ogogoro. My mom doesn't drink ogogoro, so she drinks tea a lot. Her way of drinking tea is dipping the bread. My mom does not do sliced bread, so my mom na village woman and bush woman. She will cut the bread, the loaf of ojile bread. So I don't know if you guys know Imo bread or Lucky Special bread or BBB. Uh Bowers butter bread, all of those breads were the breads that we had back in the day. She will cut it and then very big and then dip it. And I won't lie. I mean, it's my mom. You can't even say anything, but behind the scene, I used to look at it as disgusting. My wife is a tea person. My wife is like, well, I grew up like a Jabota. She's a tea person. She drinks tea, bread and tea, sliced bread, toast bread, another one. So many ways of doing bread, um, sandwich, all of those things, and tea. When I look people, my stay across outside the country, I've also seen mannerisms, etiquettes. I went to etiquette school, had to put your spoons and cutleries, but I think that's the most stupid thing I ever did. Going to etiquette school was foolishness. Doesn't make sense. It's a waste of money. I don't advise anybody to go for it. I know I'm spoiling people's business right now, but it's useless. It's like going for marriage counselor. It's like going for what's that thing you go and you pay money and you sit down with somebody, you're telling them what's going on with you. Americans, they call it a shrink, but there's another name for it. That's what I'm trying to. Okay, but I know it's how they talk. I think all those things are useless. They are very, very useless. So this is how I want to put it. It's preference. I'm not going to say it's gutter behavior. And I'm not saying that because my mom did it. But I've grown now. When I was younger, if you ask me this question 10, 15, 20 years ago, I would say it's gutter behavior. I'm grown now. And one of the things that growth brings is maturity and the ability to understand the context of why people do things the way they do it. So this is what I'm going to say. Every time I see somebody eat eba with cutleries, I get pissed off. Eba, panuyam, all those things. Like somebody's using fork and spoon to eat it. Like it pisses me off. To me, I feel like you're trying to be overtly bourgeois. That doesn't make sense, right? I've seen Arab people eat, very rich people sit on the floor on the mat and they use their hand to eat, and it's nice, right? It's their culture. And as you grow older, it becomes mind over matter. Culture now takes precedence over aesthetics, right? A few years ago, I will not do this live. I like, oh, the lighting is not good, the position is not nice, this one. No. I now have a community that understands me, that I relate with. So for me, what works for you? Again, you're eating at home. You're eating even if you're eating in public, if it works for you, fine. I know that people will whip out their phone and try to do video, which is something I've not no I cannot comprehend. Like I'm in public, I can't take people's video unnecessarily and put it on my that's not my thing. So I don't think that there is a set way of drinking tea with bread. If it works for you that way, it's fine. I've been to places where people say if you serve somebody rice and stew together, it's not good. But that's what we grew up. All of us grew up eating. They put the stew in one place, put the rice in another plate. If you come my house, I not serve you like that. I know if I come your house, serve me like that if you want to. But me, I not serve you like that. You know why? I've always looked at that thing and I said it's always a way of wasting stew. Because once you do it like that, you put more stew that is required for that rice. And then when you're done, you're not going to go serve and back and put inside the pot. You go wash and throw away. This wastefulness. I don't support waste. So to answer your question direct after beating around the bush, I don't have a problem with it. Anybody, you know, it's okay. Anyhow you want to do it. I'm not just a tea person, so sometimes I don't know, but I will not. You will not catch me pants down, dip a bread inside the tea and eat it. First off, bread and tea are not gonna eat. I not gonna pass my throat. So there have to be egg or something inside. Hot dog, shredded beef or shredded chicken, wrap with that bread for me to eat it. Just bread and tea, not be me. I didn't ever well. I rather drink the tea alone. So that I guess that answers the question. Engineer Ibrahim Abiola says, I can't wait to hear Bobby's view on this with that huge belief on Dan Ashworth when scouted and signed. That's true. We couldn't do the show yesterday. There's so much, like uncertainty. And last week too wasn't. Last Friday I wasn't available. I was stuck in one crazy demonic traffic in my area. They're doing road construction. Okay, Olafat says, good morning, boss. Manchester United have started. I said that Amorim should just have waited to the end of the season. The media will be on his neck going forward. Yeah, they would be, but I think that it would be foolish of the media to be on his neck because the media should know that this guy walked into a landmine. You understand me? And the landmine is unidentified. So there are problems in the boardroom. Still, there are problems with the playing staff, even the coaching staff. So there's a whole lot of problems. And I know that there is whispers already. People like, oh, give us Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy is no. But as much as people want to say that, people should be reasonable with their demands and their calls because there are certain calls that will set the club back. Let them just suffer through this and see. I think for that one, I agree with Bobby. Bobby always said that uh, whatever happens, let's give him time. It is giving him time that is really needed. Okay. Engineer Ibrahim Avila says, with all this, no, I think I've not reached there. Demola Ben Ibrahim say, happy for Imba with the signing of Brandy Day. I'm worried now as I the back Remo Stars to win the league. I'm not sure Remo Stars will win this league because Secure Alimi is not in the form that we used to know, and some of their players are not really playing their best. That those defenders that used to, add to their goal scoring, they're no longer doing what they used to do. So the league is still very very open. It's still very open. There is a chance that any of the three, Remo Stars, Rivers United, or Eimba can win the league. It's a team might spring out of nowhere to surprise everybody. But the surprise of the season so far has been Ikorodu City. People thought that they were not going to win a single game, but look at where they are, especially Sporting Lagos fans. Shame on them anyway. They are Owambe Party Club. Well, let's see what Piman has got. The Piman said he said AFC is not serious. And I ask, how is AFC not serious? Even myself, I'm wondering that. Engineer Ibrahim Abela says, with all this Ashword issue, I hope English media won't turn on Amorim going forward, and will he have that time to perform the magic? Well, coaching job, let's be honest. In modern day coaching, you know that there is no time. Did you not see people asking questions if Pep Guardiola should be sacked? The audacity to even ask that question is mind-boggling. But hey, that's where we are. Back in the day, if a coach have succeeded like Pep Guardiola, you can afford him 2 to 3 seasons of failure and everybody will be fine. But just 6 or 7 games of not doing well, everybody's not talking about he should be fired. He should be fired. He can still end the season as league champion. He can still end the season as Champions League winner. But hey, nobody have that patience anymore. So it's a crazy world that we live in. And I think that Amorim will also know because he's not an old man, he's an old young man who understand that this is what this generation, this is how we behave now, and this is the new world order, right? So I think for Amorim, he should just sit where he is and focus on the job. Close your ear to the outside world. Forget about what podcasters, radio presenters, interviewers are saying. Focus on the job. Win as many players to your side as you can, and then get the job done. Eventually, once the result done, result on the field, changes everything anyway. So you should just focus on that. Um, Kenneth Madrid Maxin says, "Hello everyone. Thank you for joining us, my brother." And then you have what's it called? Olafa says, "Boss, what do you think about the verdict that might be given to City as they've just concluded the hearing and it's now concluded that it's 130 charges? What do you think will happen to City?" I don't know. I think that football always give a rebate. So Man City are the shining star right now. If something is wrong, if they truly find out that they are wrong, I'm always of the opinion, even if not me, if I've done something wrong, punish me to the extent of that. All right. But be consistent with your punishment. Let it be said that when somebody else does the same thing, you will punish them by the dictate of the rules. If the rules have also changed, I can understand. But where I would be frowning at it is once you finish punishing Man City, you now remove this rule. Then I will know that, oh, you set up this whole agenda of doing this thing because you want to bring Man City down. So if they are found guilty, punish them. But I don't know if it means that they will strip them of their title, because if they do that, then Arsenal have 2 league titles to pick up. Liverpool have a couple of titles to pick up. A few other teams have a couple of titles to pick up. Man United might even pick up a title and all that. But it depends on the extent. But from the way it is, 430 count charges. If you're punished, what we've seen with Everton, Nottingham Forest, if they are punished based on that precedence, Man City are going down, are going to the championship, if not even League One. But we will see, because I know that laws work differently based on the size of your pocket. Man City still have the right to carry an appeal that can run very far. Man City have been punished, these same crimes, they've been punished before by UEFA. They took an appeal to Court of Arbitration for Sports, and the judgment was thrown away. They were only fined money. So Man City might also get to that point where they go get an appeal, and then the judgment will be set aside and they'll just be fined a little bit of money. So there's a whole lot anyway, but let's keep our fingers crossed. Kenneth Madrid Maxin says, "Hi, Legote. Please, what is your opinion on Real Madrid as a team right now, and what do you think today's game will go?" To be very honest, I'm at a place now where betting on Madrid is a fool's errand. So I'm going to say that the only way Madrid wins today is if Atlanta doesn't show up. If Atlanta shows up, Madrid are going to lose the game. What is wrong with them is that they build a team with a particular type of structure that is now old. Modric is old, Cruz is gone, and the Sergio Ramos, Pepe defense have not been well replaced. And then you also have this team is young. They've enjoyed huge success, especially in the Champions League over the last 20 years, right? The law of diminishing return does work in human endeavor, and to build another team from ground up again would take some time. So I think that Madrid should set their sight on rebuild. One Galactico signing does not just automatically wave a magic wand around and solve the problem. But to be very fair to them, Madrid are second in the league in Madrid in Spain. They are still within a shot of the Champions League. So we can say all this mumbo jumbo, all this nonsense argument that we're having, and then they will still end up winning the league. They will still end up, qualifying for the Champions League knockout stage, and then go on from there. Because once they get to the knockout stage, they are back to what they are used to. And then they can turn the table for them. Maybe this new format doesn't work for them, but if it's not going to work for them, let them just fail and not get knocked out. If not, they get to that stage where it's good, they are used to. You can fight a shark on land, and there's little you can do. If that shark manages to drag you into the water, my brother, let them start calling the funeral man, those guys in Ghana. Let's just start doing that because you're gone. So Madrid is the shark in this parable. They drag the rest of the teams into that water of playing home and away. Oh, my brother, it could change. So, but I think that Atlanta are in a form where they just might win it. Lord Mayor say Chelsea fans they run for title race. No, they don't want you. You tell they say they did title race. So that they fear that word they put them for under pressure. They don't want to see they call the talk and now. True. Title race can make them collapse. So they just want day where it be like say, you know that feeling of we want make top four, nothing else. Nobody should come and be calling us and saying we are in the title race, and then they call the title race now. Title race come, come turn bad. They don't want that one at all. Lord Mayor says, sorry, Edija Lafama says, brand in Eimba is a great move, very great move. To therapy, to God who made me. I have analyzed that therapy thing from now to tomorrow. Does that not look like gossip to you? The people, it's not like they really provide any solution. You'll see that they'll be writing. First off, you want to unveil all your secret to them. Now, where serial killer for the happen for abroad? They don't know you, know all your details, know your movement. God, I beg. No fit. I can't trust a therapist. Nah, no. Even doctors say why they go meet self. Sometimes I always like I don't. So take it. I have trust issues. I'm paranoid like that. I trust people anyhow. Like let's go meet one stranger. Say sit down for office. I pay you $100. Can't tell you. So I went through this. I went through that. No. Nah. I can deal with those things that I went through myself. Kenneth Madrid Maxine says, I not gonna lie, up to now, that's still the best way to still eat bread with tea, Bonvita, and milk, Joe. Okay. Edition Lavma says, I use fork to eat about even stash and a wool. Edition friendship don't end. For this that you have done, this is a great travesty against the Yoruba and Isoko land. I can take it if a Yoruba person is doing it. So me, for instance, if you give me, you see that amala, where they go press the amala open for the center, the couple burger and if you give me, I'll vomit instantly. Like I cannot understand how people do that thing. Like the chaba jaba, like that's like the most crazy thing. But wait a minute, where my sensitivity ends is where another person's own starts. So I have to learn to understand that this is not my traditional food. Not be me get them. The people will get and say na so that they shop them, and it is okay for them. What I cannot do is crave the indulgence of the people that are selling it. If I want to go buy, I want to eat it, put my own separate. You know why? Because I grew up knowing that eba they did one separate place, soup they did separate place. It's never been a case where they put eba and soup together. I'm saying I waste me that. So to consume now is hard. I will never do it. But the Yoruba people that do it, I also respect it. Try and understand what I'm saying. But you now wake up be Yoruba person now, you can't see Amala, you can't say you know like you got to behave like me. You're a problem. What's that thing they call? You're a bastard. That's what they say it, right? Good. Because you look at it and like Yoruba person, they use cutleries. This stash, how your cutlery won't even take cut the stash, Yoruba Shingom. I your cutlery want to cut the stash and make a mess. No, nah. And about you see, man, you cut it, you put it in the ear. Oh, no. You twist it, you salubi, you salo, and then you rub it and what was that? Cutlery. I beg, I don't fit to. Kenneth, I don't know what you talk there. Engineer Ibrahim Abela says, seem like that una road for that Bogije Olokola no one finish anytime soon. We're still on it. I think it will finish. I mean, they're close to the end. Is it not Ibrahim said I went? They're almost done, but we're behind the brunt for now. It's better that they're fixing the road and said we'll never even get road. So we're bearing it. We'll get there. Ejila say, I don't like to wash hand when I shop. I dey like sit down relax well. To the wash hand inside bowl dey tire me. I no get time. You like laugh on your own. Na Chris, what can be? You not Chris, you the Chris. So if you visit me before, if I do see and go give you, say me they bring cutlery, I not give you. I not give you. You go sit down and shut that thing. If you finish, you go take soap, go visit the toilet, or go. I go allow you enter kitchen. You know my guy. You go enter kitchen, go wash your hand. So, cutlery for my house. Try them now. Henry Mario says, "What's happening to my insurance of Benin? They are going down. They are going down. They're going down." He said, "I've been among the Dige rant the warriors like this. I don't know, but people are going down. Oh. I know some they go down. All the Benin wishes nothing do anything to make them fly. They're going down. They're sinking. All other ground is sinking sand. Mental insurance are sinking sand right now. Olafa say, no be the same therapy. Omale go away. He go the smoosh him therapist. Really? Where was I? I never heard that gist too. He? Now because of cutlery, I know they collect swallow for party. I beg, give me rice. I go reach my house, use my hand for swallow. No, but if I go party, okay, so I have a very funny. I don't go to parties. I'm not really a party person. Again, there are certain food I cannot eat out. Egusi soup, number one. If not be me cook am, not my wife cook am. And I just think that every other person knows how to cook egusi soup. That's my belief. That's one part of it. Number two, swallow for party. I know they go too many parties, but like if I go party, I'm looking forward to like, okay, what do they have? If they have the things that I'm not going to eat in my house every day, is the first thing I want to eat. Because if there's Chinese fried rice there, I'm going to, because normally if I want to eat Chinese fried rice now, I have to go to either Cactus opposite Exxon Mobil, or I'll go to Crust and Cream. For me, they have the best Chinese fried rice. They also have the best steak. No, their steak is good, Sha. I wouldn't want to use the word best steak because there are other steak houses in Lagos that I've not visited, but their steak is up there. Whether it's medium rare or fully done, it's top quality. And I like their service, the ambience of the environment is also something that I like. So if I go to party, if I manage to go to party, that's the first thing I look for. Mushroom soup, Chinese fried rice, jollof rice. That is, if I'm looking at the way the face is and it's making sense and the aroma is making sense, right? Swallow is not really one of those things that I'm not sure I've ever eaten swallow in any party before. I can't remember. I've never, ever eaten swallow in anybody's party. Oh, okay. No, I have. So there's this marriage we went to in Delta State. The Ogo soup was calling my name. Like, if you want to poison me, Sha, if you want to kidnap me, it's Ogo soup. Ogo soup with fish, whether they want rotting small. You're not gonna understand. If you're not from my region, you won't understand. Fish, whether they near, don't they chromoko in the kingdom, right? Whether they get K leg, they don't get cross eye, upper's eye, don't they? When they use a cooker, they can put tico, can put momo, can put periwinkle, can put all those baby crayfish, labada kashada. Hey, labrada. That one, eh? If I like my wear white and white, I go stay now. Now my clothes. Laugh at me. I will go house. Eventually, I go watch the team. Laundry. I get washing machine. If washing machine don't work, I go use bleach. You go walk. But you see that food, hey, forget your party or anything. I go roll up my sleeve. I'll do like this. I could touch it. Wash my hand well, and I get in the shindig. So I went to that marriage and I ate swallow. My sister's marriage in Warri too, I ate swallow. My cousin's marriage in Warri, I ate, and I went to marriage in Saple. I also ate swallow. Other than that, but I mean, I live in Lagos. First off, I don't think I like Lagos parties. I don't think I like Lagos parties. I don't the whole type of show, the whole type of people putting breast in your face, exposing breasts like they're playing in the Champions League, unnecessary dancing, unnecessary hyping, unnecessary noise. I'm really not a noise, all in the noise kind of guy. The era where I used to go to club, they were not hype men. You just go to club, you listen to good music, you choose the club. You know that if you go to Tisuba, Balarabe Musa, for instance, the music is old school, so you're going to enjoy old school. If you go to Why Not on Ademola Lakija, it's young generation. It's like the Gen Z of the era. You will hear modern music, hip hop, all those things. If you go to the Colosseum back in the day, you will hear high life. I really went to clubs. Almost every club in Lagos I went, apart from maybe Ikeja side, but every club on the island I went and I enjoyed myself. And then when you start having people come, you not get money, you get money. My body, come on, body, come on. Rubbish. I just knew it's the end of the road for me. So party, I'm not really a party guy, but I'm not sure I would use cutleries to eat my swallow. I'm not sure. I get this. He give me this kind of disdain feeling. Engineer Ibrahim Abela say, can we say that Lupitegu is finally gaining the fans back? That's putting more runs, okay? I feel for him coming into a new culture, having the quality of players that you have somehow, because your style of coaching is so designed in a way that it only fits certain type of players. It's like bringing Zidane to come coach West Ham. You go fail now. Pep Guardiola. You see now when the quality of the players in Man City drop, you see say the result not the work again. So there is when you coaching. I told someone asked me. Let me give you a good example. There was a time where somebody offered me a job on the radio station. The money was good though, but the radio station is that kind of radio station where I'll go there, I'll be like the biggest fish there. And I told him straight up that first off, I didn't want to work in any radio station again after Brilla. But I told him that at this stage, I just told the lady that was talking to me. I said, at this stage, there are just maybe no radio station that would tickle my fancy to work in Nigeria. And it's not a thing of pride, it's a thing of personality. My standard don't high pass up. It's like when you be pastor for a church like House on the Rock or Redeem, like those big churches like City of David. All of a sudden, they can't carry you go on small plywood church for Burutu or Kuchikpupa, where they get better pass my neighbor generator. They not get drum, they use bongo, those percussions. See, you're not going to feel prepare sermon to preach. The spirit where they use you before when you preach for all those big churches, the spirit go depart from you. You go be like Ikabog. Now, so this whole thing also be. So I just said, you know what, I can't. It's not doable. Forget this money that you're offering. It's not gonna work. And the lady was just looking at me. For her mind, it is arrogant, but no, I'm not. If you're used to driving Ferrari to enter Keke, they hard. That's just the thing. Okay. Where did I stop? Oh, Digital Informer says, stop it, Elegbete. Why you they make person hungry? Come put the woe for everywhere, forget it. Oh God. And you want to use cutlery stay time. You not say you be players. Not just say you be wish. On that because if you really do have, or maybe banga soup, where they use a bar. So when I say bar, not be garu, a bar fish or oligu or lady shiny nose. Take cook after they don't dry and well. Come put even a fresh one. Then they can't do one. Come put pepper, put everything. Periwinkle self they inside. And they won't just say extra nice. They want funky fire. They can't cut more. Dice and small. Plenty for one big bowl. When it almost one done, they turn up put shama. Anything you touch, something follow you come out. Come put that for everywhere. You can't kaki ball. You can't say you use cutlery to shop am. Where's you been now? The pairs of work is so that's as I look you so I suspect you now. If you're not getting wish, you buy land near Kovu. Walai. Because I beg, rubber food is sweet. People say we to the use oil to the cook, but live am so we take grow up. My people, don't reach go match break. Make I go find make I go sleep small. My eye don't dim. I sleep small, then waka enter town, I go Bozigi later. Yesterday I go see Shewudiko. see some other people, different meetings. This Abuja na some meeting that they do so. When I pray for me, may good do. I'm gonna need to finish. I'm not get money again. No. Who buy everything here, try everything just there. Shoe, everything there. Hotel, accommodation, everything. Shoe. I say they give me plate of food, 12K. I say, if I had small money journey, so my wife don't cook 2 pots of soup. That's Elisha. Ah, anyhow, but when I do well, and I thank you very much in my life for even though say the stream no fine as it be for studio, when I still join me, when I still follow me, day 21 people still click on the like. Over 40 people at once time. They here they follow. When I do well, thank you very much. As my Benin people go talk, YSA, OSO, Koyo, no, Koyo na welcome. Okay, any hasha, when I do, thank you. Namaste. Which will be the other one again? Is that Dorish? Menasa, Abi, you tell the color. All of them, Sha. Asanta Sante. All of them, but not do well. Tomorrow again, the morning, I go try the year. When would make sure say I do the live before I go. This one my live edition. My live edition, I would do so. But anyhow, when I take off myself, my name still remaining that Fimachi. So I like to come in the elevator on the spots. Bye bye.